Welcome to Leopard Farm. If you own land anywhere in America right now, you've probably already heard the damage, or you're about to. Feral hogs are tearing across the countryside like a plague on four legs. They're rooting up crops, killing livestock, ripping through fences, and breeding so fast it's almost impossible to keep up. Experts say they've already invaded at least 35 states, with some estimates pushing 45 or higher, and their population is exploding by the millions every single year. These aren't cute little piglets. These are 200, 400-pound wrecking machines with tusks, attitude, and zero fear of humans. Traditional hunting and trapping, no question, but they're not everybody's cup of tea, especially for folks who wince at the idea of lethal control. That's why a growing number of Texas landowners are choosing a different route, recapturing the hogs and giving them a one-way ticket to peace and quiet. Sanctuaries like the East Texas Wildlife Sanctuary and Sam Houston Wildlife Sanctuary gladly take in these relocated animals, offering a truly humane solution that lets ranchers protect their land without losing sleep over the methods. It's a win for the farmer, a win for animal lovers, and proof that in Texas, we're still finding smarter ways to solve tough problems. So, how do you actually stop them? In this video, we're breaking down the most effective, battle-tested ways to take the fight to them. Everything from night vision hunts and helicopter roundups to high-tech traps that drop the hammer on entire sounders at once. We'll even head deep into Texas to show you one of the smartest hog elimination programs in the country that's dropping numbers like never before. What's your go-to method? Hunting, trapping, or something else entirely? Drop it in the comments, smash that like button if you're ready to defend your land, and subscribe with notifications on so you never miss an update. Let's send these pigs packing together. For years, feral hogs have torn through American farmland like a wrecking crew, ripping up crops, gouging the soil, and costing farmers millions. But a growing army of skilled hunters is pushing back hard. Armed with bows for silent, pinpoint-accurate shots and razor-sharp tactics honed over thousands of nights in the field, these pros are knocking the hog population down by roughly 30% every single year. They're not just saving the season's corn and cotton, they're protecting the entire food chain and giving rural economies a fighting chance to thrive again. Down in Texas, where the hog invasion hits hardest, ranchers have taken the battle to the next level with heavy-duty, corral-style traps that look like something out of a wildlife action. These big, circular iron pins get dropped right in the hog's favorite hands and loaded with irresistible corn bait. Hidden cameras and remote sensors let the ranchers watch from their phones while the hogs pile in, completely unaware. One trigger, one slam of the gate, and suddenly an entire sounder, sometimes 15, 20, even 30 hogs at once, is locked up. Load them on trailers at dawn, and just like that, another huge chunk of the population is gone. It's fast, it's smart, and it's giving exhausted farmers their land, and their hope back one monster trap. As the sun dips below the horizon and the vast Texas sky lights up with stars, feral hogs get bold. They pour out of the brush in big, rowdy sounds, rooting and tearing through crops under the cover of darkness. For farmers and hunters who've been battling these invaders for years, that predictable nighttime routine is actually the perfect opening. Set a trap along a field edge after sunset, and you're playing their own game against them. The numbers don't lie. Nighttime hog control is often twice as effective as working in broad daylight. More pigs show up to the party, more get caught or taken out, and the damage to pastures, crops, and equipment slows down. For exhausted ranchers who watch their livelihoods get shredded season after season, that kind of relief feels like finally getting the upper hand. Hello everyone, welcome back to Leopard Ranch. Close your eyes for a second and picture this. A chilly morning in Alberta foothills, a rifle crackling, and a huge black bear dropping like a sack of potatoes. That single shot is no longer a hunter's trophy. It's part of a larger plan to control the raging bear population before it wipes out their entire livelihood. The problem doesn't stop with fences. These bears are getting bolder every year, wandering into suburbs and small towns as if they were just a neighbor looking for an easy meal. Trash cans are overturned, garages are ransacked, and barbecues suddenly have an uninvited guest. Families are understandably worried. No one wants to step outside and encounter a bear while walking the dog or letting the kids play. Wildlife officers are working overtime, trapping and relocating hundreds of problem bears each season, trying to get them back where they belong. In the vast pine forests of Alberta and other northern strongholds, licensed hunters have become the last line of defense. Bear hunting here is more than just a hobby. It's a serious business that requires skill, patience, and careful preparation. For those who protect their livelihoods and communities, this season is a struggle to balance nature while also keeping crops and people safe. Experienced bear hunters know that the game begins with bait a brown bear can't resist. They mix a deadly concoction, sticky sweet honey, crunchy handfuls of nuts, and withered, fermenting fruit, and into heavy wooden barrels. The barrels are hidden beside large tree stumps or chained high in branches, out of reach of anything but the noses a black bear trusts more than its eyes. The goal is simple: draw the bear close and keep it busy eating while it has no idea. Fish shot. Once the bait is set, the hunters sneak off to choose their stand. Most men climb a sturdy tree and perch on thick branches at least 7 or 8 feet off the ground, high enough to be out of sight of downwind, low enough to get an accurate shot. Then the real hunting begins, the waiting. Hours can pass in complete silence. Every squirrel scurrying by, every leaf falling is like a gunshot in your head. You become a barely breathing, finger off the trigger, your heart pounding, so hard it is where the bear can hear it. One jerk, one cough, 1 second of distraction, and the whole setup is ruined. But if you keep your cool, if those icy nerves don't crack, the big bear will finally step into the clearing.
Nice shot.
Everything you've been waiting for will be
nice shot,
3
dude.
seconds flat.
Woo! Nice shot!
When the bear finally enters the perfect lane and angle, hunter smoothly draws the bow and places the bolt in the crease behind the shoulder, or perhaps lower in the neck if the angle is right. One shot, one kill, that's the goal. Many professional bear hunters trust bows like the Matthews V3X for these exact moments. With its ultra-smooth cam, silky smooth draw, and arrows roaring at 340 frames per second, this bow delivers terrifying accuracy over 40 yards and a penetrating power that is Here, you rarely get second chances. Miss, and you won't just watch your bear disappear into the woods. You might be the one trying to disappear before it changes its mind about who's hunting who. It's all about focus, skilled hunting technique, and a gear you trust your life with. Show up with anything less, and your chances of getting there quickly turn. If you want to hit a brown bear and live to tell the tale, you better have a proper bow, razor-sharp arrows, and the kind of preparation that will turn a hunt into a successful harvest rather than a survival tale.
In the wide, windswept plains of Montana, the 1980s were supposed to be a golden era. Sheep farming thrived, ranches stretched across the rolling hills, and livestock was the beating heart of the state's economy. But in 1985, that peace shattered.
Under the cover of darkness, a pack of roughly 25 wolves descended on a flock of 200 sheep. By dawn, the ground was littered with carcasses, and the ranchers' losses soared to $750,000. The attack sent shockwaves through the entire state.
Billings, the